What's up, everybody? This is Matt Ogle with VYPE Media. I'm out here in H-Town, but I'm spreading love all over the state. And we're heading over to San Antonio, Texas, where we have Davenport Volleyball, the reigning state champs. And with me, none other than their head coach, Taylour Toso. All right, tell me, Coach, right off the bat, y'all won the state championship, the state title in 2023 in the 4A division. So tell me, what has it been like kind of picking up where you left off? Because obviously right now y'all are 20 plus wins, single digit losses, and y'all are getting ready for districts. So how are y'all riding that wave that y'all experienced not too long ago?
I think it's been kind of like a roller coaster of emotions. You know, we returned a good handful of kids that were a part of that state winning team, but at the same time we lost a lot of big key components, and so it's kind of teaching those kids to step up in new roles. We're trying to learn who our go-to kids are, what's going to work for this team this year, you know. And I think some of those kids that had bigger roles on the team last year have struggled with the sense of like separating the two, but just understanding that it is a new season, but the expectations are still the same. And we just got to kind of fill holes. So our preseason's been tough, but I tell the kids I make it tough on purpose. You know, I want us out there playing the best and competing against those high caliber teams. So come district time, we're sharp and shiny and ready to roll.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to play up to the competition. I'm assuming you probably thrown them, I mean, not to make a bad pun, throwing them to the wolves, so to speak. So like maybe playing some 5A teams, maybe, I mean, tournament season, you can play anybody. So I think that's very beneficial for these kids to get them acclimated to playing a higher level of competition. We talked about this before we started recording here. This is only the fourth season that Davenport has been a varsity program. Your third year as the head coach. Tell me, what has been the secret ingredient to such instant success with this group?
I wish I could say it was like, you know, this thing and I could like bottle it up and package it for everybody, you know, but I will tell you, I think part of it is I walked into a really hardworking group of kids that are competitive, kids that want to be coached and pushed. And I think I've talked about it quite a lot, but when I got here, it's almost like our kids didn't know how to win. They were surprised that they were good. They were surprised that, you know, we were leaving Wimberley my first year and beating them in 4. And they're like, oh, wait, like, you know, we're kind of good. And so just kind of teaching them that winner's mentality of you walk into the gym and you're Davenport and we are there to win. And we're not just there to show up and play volleyball. You know, we've got a goal every game and really putting it into action and making it happen.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Wimberley. That's one of the district rivals this year, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, y'all are the big dogs. Y'all are the wolves. And so y'all play in a pretty competitive district, I would assume, which pays dividends later down the line once you're making a playoff run. But you talk about the hardworking girls here. Can you detail some of those, maybe name some names? Obviously, I'm assuming you want to name the whole roster, which I'm open to if you want to do that. But who are some of the stars we should keep our eyes out for as y'all prepare for the district portion of your schedule?
So in all honesty, we've got 3 kids returning kind of out of that starting lineup last year. We've got senior middle blocker Emily Williams, who has just blossomed into this like total force in the middle, blocking and hitting and really learning to be that go-to kid. My libero, Logan Strong, she's a senior and she's committed to Grand Canyon University. And I can't tell you how many times in games that I catch myself going, dang, Logan's good. You know, some like it's past, you know, I've had her since she was a sophomore and I used to have to ride her about little things. And now it's just like she pushes play and she's able to go into the game. And I mean, she's averaging like 8 to 9 digs per set, which is absolutely insane. So she's definitely like the heartbeat to us back there. And then we also return a junior setter right side, Lexi Dahl, who is just an absolute competitor. And she's one of those kids that wants to win more than anyone on the court. You know, she finds ways to get up and score off the right side. And she's not the tallest, biggest kid out there, but she doesn't let balls fall. She's like another heartbeat of our team. And so I definitely think those 3 have a really big impact. And then we've got some younger kids. a big group of like sophomore juniors that were on our roster last year that are now filling big roles. I've got senior McKaylee Matson, who's sat behind my big outsides for the past couple of years, who's really like blossomed into this like super little intense outside. And, you know, she walks in the gym and I think she's all of whopping 5'6", but she plays like she's at least 5'10". And I mean, just kids that they want to win. And it's just kind of teaching them to how do we bottle all those emotions of being intense and working hard and wanting to win every point and making it into something positive. So, I mean, we've got I brag about my kids all the time. And so they're just a fun group to be around for sure.
I mean, you better be bragging about them, rightfully so. I mean, yeah. I mean, you've been listing those names. Like, I did my homework, so I could have said the names that I was thinking of, but I got a list right here in front of me. Whenever you talk about like this McKaylee Matson, looking at her stat line, you would assume she's at least 6 foot. And that always baffles me. Like, whenever I've been to games, is the athleticism you see from these girls. Like, I mean, granted, there are some tall girls. I'm 6 foot tall, and it really, sometimes I'll see kids taller than me, and I'm just like, dang, that must be nice. So tell me, what do you think is the vibe, so to speak, with this group? I mean, going in, let me rephrase that. What do you think has been the most fun or rewarding moment being a coach with this particular program?
I would say this whole preseason journey has been like a fun little roller coaster. You know, fun some days, it's not so fun the others. But something that I just always tell the girls is, you know, we talk about trusting the process, and we hosted Lavernia last Friday, and Lavernia is good. We watched them play in a tournament the weekend before. Their coach over there is awesome. And, you know, 2 years ago, we put each other on our schedule. And last year we went to Lavernia and we're down 0-2 and came back in, beat them in 5 at Lavernia, which the crowd there is just absolutely insane. And this year, you know, we watched them play in the tournament. And before the game, I really sat the girls down and I was like, hey, like, I need us to buy into not being so result focused. So they talked about, you know, their result was they wanted to beat Lavernia, but we talked about all those little boxes we've got to check along the way, working hard, trusting each other, doing your job. And I said, at the end of the night, if you can check these boxes off, you're going to like the result. And even if that result not winning, you're going to be out there competing and doing, you know, playing Davenport volleyball. And so we ended up sweeping Lavernia at home, which again, incredibly talented team. And I just tell the girls, like, when you play Davenport volleyball, you're always going to be hard to beat. And just kind of watching them finally buy into those words and getting out of tournament season and playing full 3 out of 5 set matches. That's been the most rewarding. And just watching these younger kids, you know, the kids that when I walked in the gym, they were freshmen and sophomores and now they're juniors, seniors for me. And just watching them grow into these just great competitors and great teammates and leaders. It's just been kind of like surreal. And just that's probably the best part of the job, I would say.
Yeah. I love how you just use Davenport as an adjective, as if Davenport is synonymous with great. So I love it. So yeah, it's playoffs are going to be here before we know it. We're really, I mean, I was generally surprised because whenever I started branching out to all these different regions and I was looking at San Antonio, and because last year Houston was, I mean, at least in the upper like 6A, 5A, we were like really there in terms of the greatness. And then I saw in 4A, I'm like, oh, this Davenport team, they won the state championship. Look at them. And they're so young. So anyway, we're really excited to see what's left in store for this group this year. Based off of what you said, I'm sure they have the talent to at least make a 3-4 round deep run, except now UIL, it's split into 2 divisions in the playoffs. So that adds like a different fold, which I think it's great. It's going to spread the wealth in terms of multiple state championships for each classification. And I think, I mean, yeah, I'm all for it. Spread the love. Anyways, thank you so much for your time, Coach. It's going to be very intriguing to see the rest of this year. This has been Matt Ogle in the VYPE Coaches Corner with Davenport's Taylour Toso. We'll see y'all at the games. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.